He has too many chores to do. Let's hear what kind of chores you did. Let's see if Grandpa has it harder than you.
I do guess that Amish people have harder chores because they don't use any electricity. If they just started using electricity, they would have a great relief.
I forgot to go and put my baby.
Pick up the toys. Huh? Yeah, that's what we always had to too. When we got done playing, we had to pick them all up and put them in a box, so we wouldn't have scattered around.
We have to pick up our toys in the downstairs too.
And before we had
downstairs and in our rooms. I think that the only toys we don't have to pick up is in Mama and Papa's room, and they don't have toys in there very much.
Not very often.
So, Grandpa, when you were 8 years old, what kind of chores did you do?
chores. Right at 8 years old. I don't remember, but I would think that we had to feed the chickens, and then we grew up, and then we had to go to the barn and feed the cows and feed the calves. A lot of times we did, our younger ones, we had to feed the calves. You see, the calves were in a different place than what the cows were. So the cows were milked, we carried it into the little spring house is what we call it, where the separator was. And then we'd turn a deal, separated the cream from the milk. And so we kept the cream to eat, and the milk, we had to take out to the pigs and to the calves. And that's the way the calves were fed. You see, the cows, we milked the cows so the calf couldn't drink it off the cow. So we had to go out and feed them. We had, first of all, we had a bottle with a little nipple on. You'd teach them how to drink them. And then we had a bucket that had a nipple on the bottom side and coming outside. And then the calves were a little bigger. They'd learn how to drink. So then you could hang that bucket on the fence, and then you could pour the milk in there, and then the calf would come up and drink it. And that's the way the baby calves were. And after he got, of course, a little bigger, then we could put them out on grass, and we had a little patch of wheat and rye that they'd put in first, and then, of course, every week we had to go clean out the barn, clean out everything, and put it out on a manure spreader. Of course, we had to have the horses and put it on our manure spreader, and then drive up to the door, and we had to carry the manure out and throw it on with the fork on the manure spreader, and then take the horses and take it out in the field.
Do you know what manure is?
Manure is cow poop.
We always had to bed them down with straw, see, and so then of course straw was mixed with it too.
Toby, do you have to work with cow poop?
No. I have to do sweeping, trash cans, and
Yeah, you don't know anything about that. So we had then on the milk house where we milked the cows. There's about room for about 10 cows, and we'd get them in. And when we were the younger ones, we could have to go and take a little can, and we had to fill it with grain, and then dump it in the trough for them to eat. And of course, we had to throw hay down from the hay mow, and then we could have to take the fork and put that hay into the trough, so the cows have something to eat, so they eat hay. And also had a silo. The silo was the first silo I knew of. It was a big hole, about 12 foot wide, 12 in diameter, and dug it down in the ground, and then they cemented it around so for it. And so then we filled that up. And then the only way we could get it back out of the ground is we had a big box. Oh, I don't know, pretty good size, about size this table or something like that. and then he was about 2 or 3 feet tall. And so we would had a little track, you know, for a hay mow. You ever seen a hay mow track? Never did. Well, there's a track, went steel track. It went like this here, and then there was a carrier on there, and then we had to pull that carrier around for one place to the other, but for the feeding the cows. But to feed the most, we had to take there was a rope, just and on it, and we had to put a horse on it on the outside, and then we had to fill this box up by the size of this, and it was about this tall, full of silage down in the bed, down in the hole, and then we take that the horse, take that rope and put it outside, and the horse had to pull out the rope, and that brought the rope up here, and went clear down there to the silo and down on down, and then we had pulleys on them, you know, where the rope would turn on it, and so that way we pulled up the big box by the size of this table.
So it was kind of like a bucket and a well.
Yeah.
But just a lot bigger.
Yeah, it's a big box.
And a lot more complicated.
Well, no, do you know
well,
how...
you see, that way you could put enough silage to them for one day.
See, Toby, they needed a lot of silage.
Every day. And cows had to be fed during the winter months. Of course, when summer came, boy, that was such a good time because
they
cows
could
would
just
go out in the pasture and they'd eat.
They wouldn't need it.
The only thing we had to feed was grain.